When you're the son of a legendary rapper and one of the forefathers of rap music, who has been celebrated and respected in his field for more than 20 years, it's natural that you would want to follow in his footsteps. Curtis Young, son of superstar rapper Dr. Dre, is ready to continue his father's legacy. Even though Curtis did not grow up having a relationship with his father, he is certainly on the same path. Curtis is making a movie, Product of My DNA, which is the story of his life. He's producing singles and albums, as well as performing in concerts all over the world.
Tell us about some of the things you're up to.
Oh, I got my label. It's Forever Young. I just joined with Freeway Rick Ross. That's a Freeway music group, so we're a joint label. Got a joint venture going on with that. Also got the clothing line coming out soon, Signature Young. Now I'm into the film thing with Integrity Casting and new role I just landed. It's called Blame It on the Hustle with Mekhi Phifer, Steven Seagal, Ben Raines. Hope I'm not leaving out somebody, but it's a big cast. My story, Product of My DNA,
Okay.
About my life.
Tell us a little bit more about that movie.
Well, the movie is going to entail just like what I went through in my childhood and me growing to meet my father, Dr. Dre, the legendary Dr. Dre. I'll just cut to the chase with it. It's just going to talk about the life struggles and trials and tribulations, things that I went through, and just letting people know, I had to find a way to meet my father and make it, and I didn't stop, and and anything's possible. So that's what that story, and that's one of the biggest thing that I'm working on right now. Okay, so
in the movie we're gonna get the whole story of that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really the story of your life.
It's the story of my life. Right now, I have an album, the singles that are out now on iTunes. That my album is called Doctor's Note, and it's the name came from just some of the story, a product of my DNA, and people, they always ask me the question of me stepping out of, how do you feel walking in your father's shadow? So sure. That's why I came with Doctor's Note, and just like, you kind of got an excuse.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I already have a Doctor's Note.
Okay, so obviously you are Dr. Dre's son, but what makes you unique? What puts you on your own path?
I think honestly what put me on my own path was just like my story. I mean, and I'm living it day to day, just from the side that a lot of people don't know different sides of me. They see the Dr. Dre son, and they think they don't understand what I've been through. Just coming up as a child and finding out my father was a legend at the age of 12. So that's what I was focused on now, as far as letting the media know and everybody know who I am first off, or Product of My DNA. I noticed it's hard to get everybody, to want to cling on to you. You don't want to force feed a story, and that's not a person that I am. So what I come to bring is to the business is classiness, not arrogant, humble, and just a gentleman, not derogatory towards women, giving back, just being humble and showing people that I'm just a regular dude, you know what I mean?
Well, Curtis, I've been talking to you for a minute, and I can already tell you're a pretty mellow guy. You're a pretty cool guy.
Right.
But when the show, when the lights come up and you're on the stage,
yeah.
What's that like for you?
Oh man, I'm a gorilla out of his cage, man.
Success in my veins, no more speculation about me. I'm here to clear the lane, here to finally let you know who I am. It's Curtis Young, still the same. It's the life of the party, it's all love. Music's in my blood and greatness is in my vision. Got my head up to the sky, I'm a product of my religion. Won't stop till I'm finished.
In his biography, Curtis states, "My world finally became complete when I met my father at age 21.
Right, so at 21, you finally meet your father. What was that like, and how's your relationship with him now?
The relationship is, like any normal family. I mean, he looks at me like I'm his son, and I look at him like he's my dad, Andre Young. And it's In the beginning, it was hard for me to understand that because I was a fan of his, and I'm, you know, at the age of, you know, from 12 and to meet him at 21, it was like, man, you know, man, my dad is Dre, like, you know, and I would be nervous around them. You know, funny thing, my wife would just talk to him normal, and I'd be like, really, you don't know? But she didn't know who he was. You know what I mean? It's a funny story because she grew up like growing up in Christian schools and stuff, and she didn't listen to that type of music. But when I built the confidence to, you know, actually say something to him and being around him, you know, I had a lot to say to him, and we got a, you know, a cool relationship. But now that I'm busy now and he's, you know, crazy busy, it's more of a seasonal thing.
So you guys still get to see each other.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't look each other in the eye without seeing each other. That's got to be
exactly,
kind of a trip.
Exactly. You know, he shakes his head sometimes, and I'll be like, "What is it, Pops?" He's like, "Man, it's like looking in the mirror." You know.
All right.
Curtis Young is a true product of his environment, and he plans to reanimate West Coast hip-hop like his legendary father, Dr. Dre, once did.
Right, so on the positive note, I've heard you say a couple of times you bring a positive twist, a classy twist.
Yes.
And explain to our viewers, what does that mean? What are you doing that's a little different than some of the other rappers?
I'm coming out, I'm dressed, you know what I mean? I'm smelling good, I'm feeling, you know, it's not, and I'm actually shaking hands and smiling, you know. I first had to get into the smile thing because remember, it was hood surgeon, so everything was like tough guy, and I was, you know, and I was like, hold on, you know, my mom and my grandmother, they didn't raise me like this, you know. So I threw all the arrogance, all that stuff out the window, and I just enjoy life, you know what I mean? I want people to feel, you know, a happy presence when they're around me and just feel good, just good, wholesome spirit, you know?
That's terrific. So nice to hear.